Hello and welcome back to my channel and to today's video, which is part 2 of the Thrift Plus mega haul of items that I bought. I don't even think I said in the last one, but as I was doing the title of the video I realised it's about 400 quid's worth of stuff all in, but that is before I sent back the items that I sent back, so I don't know what the end total is until they give me a refund and I can work it out. But I ordered 82 items, I've sent back about 15 for a mixture of reasons. Some stuff I've realised I just paid too much money for, as I stated in the last video. Other stuff is because it arrived with stains or marks or other flaws that they'd not mentioned on the website, and I'm just not willing to deal with that, because with Thrift Plus it all comes with tags on and you've got to return it with the tag still on, so it's not like I could have tried to clean the items and if the stain didn't come out I could have returned them. Couldn't do that. Also not worth my time messing around with it. For the amount of stuff I was ordering, it was just easy to keep only the stuff that was in good condition. Excuse the cough, as I said in the last video, still got a slight cold, so please bear with me. I will try and edit out as much as possible. Anyway, this part of the haul is going to be cheaper than the first part because all of this stuff was 70% off, and that has meant that I've been able to get some higher end stuff because the discount was good enough to allow me to buy it and not feel like I was taking too much of a risk. So without further ado, let's start off with the first item, which most of these brands I've never had before because a lot of them are high-end designer, and this one is one of those. It is a pair of Sergio Rossi shoes. These come in the dust bag, and I'll just get one up to show you that this sort of snakeskin effect, metallic, bronzy colour, and as you can see from the sole, it looks like they've never actually been worn out of the house. There is genuinely no wear to that, other than a few very light coloured marks, as though they could have been worn around the house or tried on but never actually worn out. The label inside is not worn at all. They are a 37.5. Not sure what size that is. Is that a 5.5? Excuse me. They're real leather, made in Italy, and having had a look at quickly looking at comps on eBay, some Sergio Rossi shoes can go for £400 second hand. Now, you know, the chances of these being worth that very low, but it means there's great room, great potential for a big profit margin, especially because these were only £4.35. So I don't know, could I get 100 quid for them? That would be probably one of my best ever margins. So I'm excited about those. Yeah, we'll see what they're worth. They might not be worth that much, but I'm sure they're worth more than £4.35. That's the key here. I'm just going to move my desk chair to there because I can put the clothes that I've shown you on it. So the first item is a Versace collection polo top. This is ladies, size medium, and it was only £3.05. It's in this sort of, it's more of an off-white, but it's not quite cream, and it's just a plain polo top with a button-up collar and this little logo on the chest that you can see there. Only £3.05. Not sure what it's worth. Let's give it a good try. The next item is a pair of red Valentino jeans. Again, a brand I've never had before. They have a slight bit of damage, as denoted by the red sticker that they've put on, and it's simply that this back badge started to come away, but it's still attached in the lower half, and that side's fully attached. The actual jeans themselves are in really good condition. As you can see, they've got this nice frill, sort of, what's that called when that's not ruched, it's like pleated darts, I'm not sure, tell me in the comments if you know. But on the pockets, which is a nice detail, and then the front is just normal. I'm not entirely sure what size they are, if I'm honest with you. It doesn't actually say, so I'm going to have to give those a good measure and figure that out. But those were only £4.20 for a pair of Valentino jeans. I think that is an absolute bargain. We then have a pair of All Saints denim shorts. As I said in the previous haul, this previous part of the haul, this is all stuff thinking ahead to spring and summer. So a pair of blue denim All Saints shorts, short shorts with the sort of ripped hem. You can see the logo there. They're a 31-inch waist, so it's somewhere between a 12 and a 14. And they were only £2.64 for a pair of All Saints denim shorts. Was not leaving those behind. And similarly, we have a pair of Levi's shorts. I think these were originally jeans because they have the leg length on them, which Levi's don't tend to put on their shorts. And these were also £2.64, 29-inch waist, so somewhere between a 10 and a 12. Yeah, just an easy 20 quid out of £2.64. I'll take that. Now the next item was an exception to the rule of buying something that was damaged, because it's a brand I've never had before. You're going to hear me saying that a lot, aren't you? But it's Stuart Weitzman, I'm not sure how it's pronounced. Still in box, wedding shoes, as I would call them, bridal shoes. Because they are this ivory satin peep toe court shoe. You can tell that they've only really been worn once from the bottom. They're leather soled, but they do have a mark around the back of them. I don't know if that's picking up on camera. You see the blackish mark there? That's not really showing. I'll show you the one. Can you see the marks on there? Anyway, I thought that was worth a punt. I think that this is silk by the feel of it, the satin material. It feels like just like silk. And for a pair of shoes that are this high end, it wouldn't surprise me if they were. So I'm going to have a go and try and get those marks out. They're not too significant, so it's not going to, I don't think it'd be like absolute end of the world, but will obviously reduce the value. But they were only £5.40, and I'm sure they would have been pretty expensive brand new. So I'm going to give it a go. If worse comes to it, I end up donating them, I've lost a fiver, and I will learn my lesson. So the next item is a pair of Hugo Boss jeans. These were only £2.79 for a pair of Hugo Boss ladies jeans. These are pretty noughties in style. Wait till you see the back pockets. They've got that sort of stitching detail that was very popular. The colour is also really common for the noughties. It's got the little logo on the back there. And then you can see the label in them. And these are a 26-inch waist apparently, but that looks quite big for a 26-inch waist to me, so I'm going to measure those myself. But they are really nice quality, in really good condition. Feels like they've barely ever been worn. £2.79. So the next item is a pair of Ralph Lauren chinos. Now I'm pretty sure these have never been washed, and the reason why is A, they feel very crisp, but B, if it'll show on camera, here you can still see you can see that line along there. It's the mark from the sticker that gets put on them, so that when they're folded up in the pile in the shop, you can see what size they are. And that makes me think they've never been washed before, because that residue is still on there as though that sticker's freshly peeled off. And also from having done returns, because I used to work at Ralph Lauren, these fade pretty quickly, and they are still in perfect condition. They are a label size 6, which is a UK 10 because the labels are an American sizing, and it's from the Lauren green label, Lauren Ralph Lauren collection. And they were £2.52, so an absolute bargain. I think I'll probably list these as new without tags, and hopefully aim for somewhere around £35. So yeah, we'll see, but I'm really happy with those. Then we have an Alice and Olivia t-shirt. This is a brand, I have a dress in stock at the moment, but it's not gonna lie, it's really not very nice, and it's had like no interest. But this top is kind of like the rag and bone style that they sometimes do, and it's a sort of layered effect where you've got the rips on the outer layer. It's got this nice velvet double stripe down the back. It was only £2.70. Alice and Olivia stuff is ridiculously expensive. It's in Harrods, and it's a size small, but to me that would easily fit a 12. So yeah, I will give that a measure and put in listing the size. Then we have a piece of Phase 8, and I said in the last video, Phase 8, you know, I only pick it up on certain occasions. Picked it up on this occasion because they're a size 16, 100% linen trouser, and they are wide leg and cropped. So I think the style and the material will sell these, and the size, just a plain black wide leg crop. And they were only £2.88, and I think that's an easy 20 quid there, maybe 18. Yeah, we shall see, but £2.88, more than happy with that. Then we have a piece of John Smedley at £3.84, and it is this knitted t-shirt in this very, very light grey colour with a scalloped edge to the collar, to the neckline. It's a very scoopy neckline. It's 100% cotton. Interestingly, they've chosen to put the brand label at this side within the garment rather than the neckline, and then they've put the care label at the other side, and it's John Smedley's 100% Sea Island cotton, which I've never heard of before. Sounds like some BS to me, but I think someone will like it. There's definitely a certain group of people out there that would go for this. So I'm not sure what it's worth. Obviously the merino John Smedley, or any kind of woolen John Smedley, is worth more than cotton, but I'm still sure that that top is worth more than the £3.84 that I paid for it. Speaking of John Smedley merino, the next item, what a swift segue, hey, is this jumper, which is, you know, an acquired taste. It is a lady's size medium, although looking at it, I think that could be a men's jumper. They've got it down as a lady's medium, yeah, but I think this is men's. The colourway and actually the size of it make me think that's men's. But it's 100% merino wool, John Smedley, size medium, in mint condition. This, again, looks like it's never even been washed. It still has that new feeling to it, so we'll have to have a look at that. But hopefully that'll be worth a decent amount of money, and it cost me £7.20, so yeah, upper end of what I'd want to be paying realistically, but if I can list that as new without tags, then, you know, that will help, won't it? The next item is a brand I've never had before. It is Cerruti. I'm not entirely sure what these will be worth, but it's a pair of suit trousers, ladies' suit trousers, with this pinstripe, and it's like a black metallised fibre, so they've kind of got a shine to them when light hits them. So you can see the brand label there, and these are a 42, which, is that a 12, I think? Yeah, I think that's a 12. But they were £4.20, so yeah, we'll see. They've got a nice little turn up at the cuff, and you know, if they're worth 20 quid plus, then I'll be happy, but I'm not sure as of yet. Then we have another pair of denim shorts. These are by And Other Stories. These are crispy new as well. These really don't feel like they've ever been washed. The bow is still, like the tie belt is still perfect. And they've got that very rigid feeling to them. So as you can see there, it's And Other Stories. They are 32-inch waist, so they're a size 14, so they're a decent size. And they were only £3.48. Hopefully 20 to 25 on those. They've got a nice tie detailing. I think they'll sell pretty quickly when they get listed, hopefully. The next item is another pair of Stuart Weitzman or Weitzman shoes. These are actually Stuart Weitzman for Russell and Bromley, and they are a pair of classic black suede court heels with a pointed toe. You can see from the soles that they've probably only been worn once or twice, and the writing on the inside of the shoe is still in perfect condition. And they are an 8.5 apparently, but I think that's an American 8.5. I don't know, to be fair, they are pretty big. I'll probably just try these on because I'm a size 8, so if they're a little bit big for me, then that says that they're an 8.5. Although, is a women's 8.5 different to a men's 8.5? I'm not sure. Anyway, perfect condition. They're only £4.08. I think there's a good margin there. Similarly, we have a pair of June heels. These are stilettos. They are higher. They've got a little platform to them, and they're in this sort of intergalactic, sparkly material. And these were only £3.15, which I think is fantastic. They are a size 38, so is that a 5 or a 6? Barely ever been worn, as you can see from the soles. Worn once, I would say. And I sold a pair very similar to this for £35 earlier, earlier this year. Last year, we're in 2024 now. So for £3.15, if I can get 35, I will be mega happy with that, because that's more than a tenfold profit. We then have another pair of shoes. I think this is the penultimate pair of shoes in this haul. And I'll just get one out to show you. These were listed as women's, which is comical because they're a UK 10. They're definitely men's. They are these white leather trainers, and they are by Coach, which, let me show you the tongue there. You can see the Coach logo, and then on the inside it says Coach. Yeah, so they're a UK 10, they're 100% leather. They do need a little bit of a clean, but they are otherwise in fantastic condition. Oh yeah, it says Coach on the heel as well. But you know, a used toothbrush, a bit of pink stuff, and they will come up a treat, I am sure. And they were the grand price of £4.42. So yeah, absolute bargains in this haul for the brands. Really, really chuffed with those. Yeah. Next item is a Free People dress. It is a sort of sleeveless skater dress in this, is it a jersey material? It's quite a thick, it's that sort of textured stuff. I don't know what you call it, but it's cotton. Well, actually, I don't think it is cotton. I'm not sure. Polyester, apparently. But it's a size medium, which feels like it must be very oversized in that case, because genuinely, like, you could get a UK 14 to 16 in that easily. So I'm not sure. We're going to do some measurements. It was only £2.73, and I'm sure there's a decent amount of profit in there. As I said in the last haul, I've never sold Free People before, so we shall see. The next item is a pair of Hugo Boss men's trousers. They are like a holiday trouser, very thin, lightweight. They are linen, and they are a 42-inch waist, so really generous size, and a 34-inch leg, so a long leg as well. So they have the label on the front there. All the studs have Hugo Boss labelled into them, and then they have this back badge as well. And they were only £3.60, and I reckon 30 to 35 on those. So again, you know, like a potential tenfold profit, which would be fabulous. We then have a Woolovers top. Now, usually I don't buy Woolovers unless it is their woolen stuff, as that's what sells best. But I couldn't leave this top behind because A, new with tags, and B, it's 100% linen. It's this really nice blue, relaxed fit top. It's got a little bit of broderie on glaze above the chest, and it's got this sort of tiered middle, so it flares out a little bit below that. And it's a size 12, so you know, it's a decent enough size. And that was only £2.73 for a brand new linen Woolovers top. So yeah, I don't know, 25 to 30 potentially, not sure. Never sold a Woolovers linen top, but potential for a tenfold profit there as well, I'm guessing. Then we have I've got to say Hugo, it's not, it's Hush. We have a Hush vest top. This was only £2.67, and it's a UK 16, so it's a really good size. It's in this tropical leaf pattern, all these different vibrant colours, perfect condition. I would imagine somewhere around the 20 quid mark, which out of £2.67 I'm happy with, and it's a 16, so I think it'll sell pretty quickly. Okay, so the final pair of shoes, like the Sergio Rossi ones, a brand that I know to be very expensive but I've never sold, and that is Todd's. So it comes with the dust bag, which is great, and Todd's shoes can be £600 for some of them, and I don't think these ones would have been cheap because they are a snake skin, or I don't know if it's snake skin or ostrich skin on them, and I don't know if that's actually real because it's really got the texture of it, like it's not just an embossed leather. It's got like the flakiness, if that makes sense. So they're a brown leather with a pointed toe. I don't know what size they are. A 40 women's size, so I think, is that a 7? And they're in really great condition. There's a little wrinkle at the back there, it looks like it's scuffed against something. But besides that, the wear is pretty minimal. Like the sole, you can see they've been worn. But yeah, I'm not sure what they're worth. But they were £7 and 2p. And I'm pretty damn sure that there's profit to be had there. So, gotta do a bit of research and see. Then we have an item that I think might stick around for a while or might fly out. We'll have to see. They did, I don't know why, but they've put the waist down as being 14 inches, which is just not true. It's a 26-inch waist, which is still tiny, and it's this pair of like hot pant micro shorts. And it's Juicy Couture, which is why I bought them, because it's having a bit of a comeback, isn't it? It's got the shiny gold button on the front. On the back pocket, it says Juicy. And the reason that these might either stick around or fly out is because they're such a small size that they might stick around, or they might fly out because they're Juicy Couture. And to be honest, most of my small jeans sizes tend to go on GSP to America. Juicy Couture is having a comeback, particularly in America, so it wouldn't surprise me if these end up going on GSP to America. We'll see. But they were £2.67, so, you know, definitely profit to be had there. The next item is one of my favourites. It is this vintage Laura Ashley denim shirt with concealed buttons. You can see the label in it there. I think this might have been from one of the last seasons they did before they changed the label, because this to me is very late 90s, early noughties. It's also a UK 12, and to me that looks like the right size because it's definitely a fitted shirt. And it was only £2.75, so yeah, I'm really hoping there's some money to be made there because I think it's a gorgeous shirt. It's really good thick denim, really high quality construction, so I was really happy to snatch that up. And we have 3 items left. So we have another Versace polo. In comparison to the other one, which was only £3.15, this one was £10.35. The reason I've not sent it back is because genuinely I can't tell the difference in them, and I don't know which one is the more expensive one to send the correct one back. And that sounds really stupid, I know, but yeah, I just haven't done. So I've kept it. I don't think my metrics on this are going to be what I hoped for, but like the other one, it's just got a little logo on the chest. It's got Versace collection, and it's a size medium. I'm still sure there's profit out of my tenner, but obviously not the level of profit that I would want, because I'm assuming that will probably go for somewhere between 25 and 30 quid. Anyway. Penultimate item was £3, and it's a pair of 7 For All Mankind jeans. It's corally pink colour. They've got the classic logo on the top of the back pocket and on the waistband. These are the cropped skinny. As you can see, they have the embroidered stuff in the back there. And these are only a 28-inch waist, so they're a size 10. But I had a pair of white 7 For All Mankind jeans. I think they were a 10 as well. They were basically exactly the same as these, but in white. They sold really quickly, so I was still happy to get them, and for £3, more than happy. And my final item, which I'm really happy with now that I've had a chance to research it, is this Aqua Scutum blazer. It's in excellent condition, mint condition. It's 100% wool. It's got the sort of more satiny collar to it. Would you call it a tux or a dinner jacket? I'm not sure, but you can see the Aqua Scutum in the silk of the lining. And this was £9.13, and I'm hoping to get somewhere between £60 and £80 for this. So yeah, really, really chuffed with that. As my final item to show you today. So that's it. as Carla would say, that is the haul and all of the haul, and it's slightly shorter than the last one by about 5 minutes, so fabulous for you guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've watched this far, thanks very much. Let me know what your favourite items are in the comments down below, or if there's any information you think that I could benefit from. Always grateful to have that. Yeah, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you all again soon with my next video.